Welcome to this tutorial about the IIP-Ecosphere platform. In this case, we want to deploy the application we've created from services in this video series. This is the last video in the series. As the last step, we need to add an application, we need to start the platform, and we need to run the application on the started platform. There are some prerequisites. You should have an installed platform with its dependencies. You should have an installed IDE, preferably the one we provide, as it has quality of life enhancements. You need to know how to configure services, data types, applications, and you need to know how to build the application and how to test an application. There is no optional knowledge for this required. How do we start the platform and the whole process? We assume a build platform is already on your machine, or you're using the development container for this. In Tools Install Gen Broker, you can start the broker bed. Depending on your setup, it could just be install gen broker. In Tools Install Gen, you then start in order. Firstly, the platform bed itself, the ECS bed, and the service MGR bed. Always wait for each service to reach a state where it's saying it's running, and you can end it with Control-C. If you've done that successfully and everything is running without an error, you can go over to the CLI bed, which is for the command line interface. If this runs successfully, first run resources and then list. This should list your available resources. They will have something like an ID. You then back out of resources using 2 dots and run services resource ID. In this field, you add the file by typing file / and then the path to the bin jar. Could be relative, could be absolute, that both works. Include the bin jar itself, not just the location in the directories, the file itself. Then you run list artifacts to see all added artifacts and start all artifact ID. Start all starts all services in your application, and your application is the artifact. Now, if you're having a development container, you can skip the steps above. All of these things are already running in your container, and you can just start with CIL bed, or in the case of the development container or Linux, SH. Each file is also available in SH. This is just a Windows example. Once this is started, each service will list where its logs files are located. You can watch this on the startup process. They are inside the /temp/numbers, and numbers is an arbitrary number. You will find them as they are quite newly generated when you're starting the platform. Each directory contains a stdout0 log and an stderror0 log. Java will only show exceptions in the stderror and outputs in the stdout. Python will, due to its way it's implemented or integrated into our services, show outputs as well as errors in the stderror file. And what we've learned is how to start a platform locally and how to deploy our application on it. How can we go on? If you're only concerned with Java services, you are done. Optionally, you can look into how to create an application with a Python service. We also have a video tutorial for this part.